All right, viewers, it's nice to be back here again. SQ Reality TV, and this is Music and the Maker. Today we have a great woman, a great woman on set, the great wife of our late music legend, Ambassador Osayomore Joseph. And of course, the great mother too of a superstar in the music industry at the moment in Edo State and in Nigeria, in Africa, Jtun, the son of Osayomore Joseph. Our great mama, is a civil servant in the state with the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. And if you may want to know, she read general agriculture, from our College of Education way back in Asaba. You remember, of course, she obtained her OND there, and she went further to the great University of Benin, our university, my university, and your university, where she obtained the agriculture.
I
Okay,
read agri-economic stroke extension
it's
services.
all right. You've heard it all from the horse's mouth. Mama, you're welcome to SKO Reality
Mm.
TV. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you very much. Good
Yeah.
morning, everybody.
Uh, now, the big question is this: our father has gone to be with the Lord, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Oh,
See, today we are still missing.
same.
How will you describe your late husband, the great Simon Joseph? How will you describe him?
He's a wonderful man. Sayomore Joseph, we met when we were very young. I personally was young. I was young too. I met him through one of my cousins, late Iguma Arase,
Okay,
who
I know
was one
Iguma
of
very
his
well.
band boys
Mm,
that was
mm.
later a manager to King Sonny
Was
Ade.
playing drum.
So I met him through Iguma in my uncle's burial in November 1980. I think
Oh.
he just newly came to Benin
Mm,
that time. From there, he was my friend. He
mm.
was my friend, my gist partner, my gossip partner. We were really, really close. He was a wonderful man. Though at times he's harsh, and that is what I always tell J Tunes that anytime he does some certain things, I'll say you are your father. But he's a great man.
Yeah.
My husband does not keep anybody in his mind. Once you quarrel, in the next 30 minutes, he's asking you, Madam, is it that one you are still thinking
Anyway,
about?
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. Madam, me wa go we go we may say yo. So I miss him. I really miss him. I miss him. He's a great man.
Okay,
Uh,
now there are two Osayomore Joseph,
mm,
the one on stage
mm,
and the one at home. So,
yes.
how will you describe the one at home?
Ah.
Because we know the one on stage.
You know the one on stage.
Tell me, the one at home.
Zamore Joseph is different from the one on stage. It's a different man when he's at home. If he wants to be your friend at home, he's your friend. If you offend him, he will just give it to you right away. But one thing I love about him is that he does not play with his children. Samore loves his children. Samore, when it comes to especially education, Samore does not play with education. He always tells me that, woman, come. This life, no woman can brag on me. No woman can tell me that you could not take care of your children. So school fees, feeding, and all that. The only thing my husband will tell me is that when I say, if I want to bring money, I want to go and buy clothes for your children, he will say, yeah, yeah, school. Egbemanara m mi azọ ni. Oh, we watana. We mana wanna we tisi ya any abano. So we will just be laughing. But at the tail end, he will call you and give you the money. So he's a great man. He loves his children. If anybody says Osamore did not take care of his children, the person is telling lies. Because, and especially education. People, when we were there, people will come. They will even say, even if they say bring 100,000, some people will come and say 300,000. As far as it's education, my husband does not care. He does not ask questions, provided that child is in school. And if you don't go to school as Osayomore's child,
Child,
he's not happy with you.
yeah.
I remember when J2s graduated
Okay.
in Abraka, he shouted and just called me. Ijigo, lare, lare, lare. So when so when I came, I said, he called me on phone. He was just chatting on phone. I was in the office. You know, my office is very close to our house. So I drove down. I said, Pa, what is it? The way you just called me. He said, hey, he go graduate. They were they were just practicing. He said they should just pack everything. No practice again today. He said the driver should go and bring drinks, go and buy drinks. He just took phone. He was calling all his friends. Come and look at Igor of yesterday. Igor is now a graduate. That is the man I married.
Yeah.
If you are doing well as a child,
Yeah.
he is your friend.
Yeah.
He's proud to say, my first son is a medical doctor.
Yes.
My this is this. My this is this. He go read anatomy, human anatomy.
Yes.
Human anatomy.
Yes.
He was proud of it. Even when the girl graduated, my girl, when the girl graduated, she brought her result. And even the first time the girl brought her project work, he said, the father was calling everybody, come and look at my little daughter of yesterday. That's my husband. That's my husband.
Yeah.
If you are doing well as a child in school, my husband is your friend. Automatically, the mother is your friend.
Yeah.
His wife that owns that child is his friend.
Yeah.
My husband will be very, he's the kind of person he is. He does not.
I know him for that, particularly.
Yes.
We know a lot of musicians this time. I don't want to mention names, who don't really care about their children's education. But as for Osayomore Joseph, he doesn't joke with his children's education. And today, almost all the children, if not all, they are all graduates.
Yes.
You know. Now, I want to ask this question. You know, how does it look like to be the wife of a mega star of Osayomore Joseph's status? What are the questions you face? What are the things you face? How does it
let me just say that, you know that when they said a king is not honor in his own town, that is the story of husband and wife. When we are calling, I said, go away, man. I know my husband is a great man.
Yeah.
But one thing I learned, I don't talk to him anyhow outside. I know that he's a great man outside. And I respect myself. My dressing, my character, my attitude outside. If I'm in a function, there's a way I behave. So that people will not come and, even now that we are even in social media world, so that people will not come and take me and say, when other people do some certain things, people will not see it as anything. But if I do, even now that my son is now a superstar, so he's also there. My husband's name is there. JJ Tools is there. So I pick my words when I'm outside, my behavior, my attitude, everything. I try to. So that is decorum. Yes, that is it.
Now, your son is a superstar. Nobody can take that away. Not be you do, not be me do, I God do.
Yes.
So now God just do the thing.
Yes.
Now tell us, how do you feel to be?
I've always feel elated because I have always been a wife of a megastar. That gives me, in anywhere I go, in my office, even the day I lost my husband, I called my boss and I was shouting, Osayomore ni yalo dekpa. You understand? So I've always been proud of that name. And look at this child. You know that he's a special child. Because my husband once told me that, let me tell you a story. When I gave birth to Igo, yes, my husband is a good man. He does things, but there are things you have not seen him with. So when I gave birth to Igo, he was in Kaduna. It was musical conference. Then he was the chairman of PIMA. I was already in the hospital when he left. My husband, he does not have heart for things like that. I even say, please don't come again, just travel. So when he came, there's one of his boys called Josigma. That one went to wait for him at the airport. So when he got to the airport, that one told him that, hey, Pa, if you see your son, beautiful boy, you gave birth to. When my husband came, when he just came from the airport, because he parked his car in the airport, he just came to the house. When he saw you, he was just looking at him. Look at all the body. He was very happy. He came around 5 in the evening. He just looked at him, stayed till 7, and he left. You know that in the morning I was so shocked. My husband went outside. The thing he has not done before, he can give you money. He bought baby cot, baby bed, bag, everything. He was just buying it. He will bring it. He will run again. Chairs, this cane chairs. He bought so many things. He was just bringing it. I was just looking at him. When he brought those baby pran and everything, I told him, I have these things, so I bought them. He said, I should just leave him to do what he wants to do. Then later, when he came back in the evening, he now told me that, do you know why I'm happy? I'm buying all these things. He said, the day you told me that you took him, he said, you know, things were difficult. But the very day you told me that, if I look, look at what happened. He said, from that moment, he said his life just turned around.
I'm sorry, is that why you named him
Yes.
Okay.
He said that is why. He said his life just turned around. He said since that time, his life turned around. He said his money left to right, left to right. He said this child is a great child. So the father is like this. I'm not surprised because it's not from here.
I'm sorry to come in here. What year was that?
1991. I had it go October 26, 1991.
1991.
Yes.
So you can hear that from the horse's mouth.
Yes.
Ego was born in 1991.
October
So you
26.
can calculate how old he is.
It was almost the same birthday with the father.
Okay.
The father is 29, he is 26.
The same October.
Yes, the father is October 29th. He is 26.
Okay, now we know how the thing starts.
Yes.
Why the pikin resemble the papa like this.
Very well.
Now you can see.
Very well. There are some when Hero does some setting. I was there sometime. The boys were telling me like, look at what Hero is doing. I laugh and I laugh. Say, just leave him. I said, that is Osayomore Joseph.
Okay. Okay, now tell us about the growing up of you. How was he when he was growing up? Stubborn?
Yeah, he was very stubborn. And me too, I am a stubborn mother.
Stubborn and intelligent anyway.
Stubborn and intelligent. So his stubbornness, he has two persons that were able to bring him down. Myself and my immediate younger brother, who is a permanent secretary now. Okay. So anywhere he goes, anywhere he's playing, he's always saying, look at my uncle, that did not make me to be wayward and all that. Because my brother was seeing me as the senior sister, that there was a child that is intelligent too. Yeah. But when you are talking to him, don't do this, he will go on. And most of the things I was bringing, that thing was even this music, even myself and the father. When it comes to this music issue, myself and the father were pursuing him around. Go to school, go to school. Leave this thing, go to school. When he was a baby, there was a carpenter in my father's compound. He would just go there from when they are on holidays or weekend. He would go there in the morning and be crying that the boy should make a jita for him. The boy will make jita. The father bought more than 50 jita that time. The boy will just use wood to make jita for J-tunes. They will bring it. He will come and arrange this pangolo. Yeah. We arrange it. And he will tell the junior sister, the immediate younger sister that is in Canada now, he will tell that one to go and bring the friends, the guests. Yeah. So he will be playing that wooden jita. Yeah. He has his boys, friends that are his boys that will be knocking the pangolo for him. Then the sister and her friends, they will be dancing. So anytime they have any wahala together, the sister will tell him that, no, I will not bring my friends. Later, he will be begging that one. Then if I am talking, even if my mother is talking, if I am talking to him, he will not even listen. So the only time we take him out of that place is we tell him that the father is coming. Yeah. And once the father comes, the father will carry all those things and throw it inside the bush. He will say, this child go to school. I don't know what is. Even there was a day he went to meet that carpenter and he was making wahala with the carpenter. I said, leave carpenter alone. You know, carpenter is our tenant. If this boy is crying now and people are saying him that he's not doing the jita for him, people will blame the carpenter. You now, you are here now, you are not blaming the carpenter. So that has always been ego. So if I want him to do something at home, once he's just doing that, I'll say, your daddy is coming. He will go and say, Mommy, I beg. You go and hide everything and follow me.
It's all right. You've heard it all. This is, once again, this is a great mother and a great wife. The great wife of Ambassador Osayomore Joseph, our late. I don't really like using that word late for him. He lives on. He lives on. He lives on. And the growing up of J-tunes, you heard from the mother. Finally, Mama, What are those things you miss in your husband? It's no longer here. What are those things you're missing?
Huh?
I don't want to
Number
make
one,
it
I
cry,
said
but
it.
what are those things you're missing?
What I miss in him, that gist. If I want to gist, if I want to laugh, I'll go and meet my husband. I just when he say sometimes, I'll say, "Hey, daddy," we say, "Hey." Are you saying I'm telling lies?
Yeah, don't tell me that.
Oh well, 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 okay, meta. Well, no, Emma. The way you are saying it is funny. So I really mixed him. I mixed him. I really mixed him.
Yeah.
And because he will ask when you come. Once I come, you say, "Imagine you." Then he was in Lagos. Or to where? Imagine where? He may tell you maybe know where
Love
to
it
where.
you.
Or we imagine where is Perere? That's the girl.
Yeah.
I'll say she's at home. Say Orobusa, he will ask about everybody together. Then he will say, he say, Igo. When I said at the time I disagree that Igo should not go to Lagos. He said, so I'll say, I may, yeah, struggle. Area pa, I struggle. Anyamo ne unde. Emunu weni lele. Say, I get. I say, he's too young to just leave the house like that. He say, yeah. Where say I don't know how school. One more here. So that is my husband. That is my husband for you. So
right.
he was really encouraging.
Your husband was, you know what I described him? It was a book of billion pages.
Yes.
You can't just stop talking
no,
about
you
him.
can't. You can't
Exhaust it.
You can't exhaust.
You
You
can't
can't exhaust my husband.
exhaust.
Can't exhaust him.
I
When it's if that's what I said before. If any of his child is doing well, especially in academic, what I failed to say about J-Tunes, you go to Brapios, his record is still there. Go to Brapios till tomorrow. His name is still in that big board there. So the father was so proud of him. Even when he entered the UPSS, the entrance examination, the record is there. So even if you see the big auntie, and you say Joseph, the woman will just shout, "Where is he?" Because I think he went to play one of the halls recently, and he went inside the school. The woman was not around. I remember when I went to collect his certificate, when he was going to do his final clearance in Abraka, he called me to go and get it and send it through Bobizwa to him. When I got there, when the woman saw me, the woman shouted, "Where is Joseph now? Is it this is that?" Because he was the director of music at that time when he was in school.
So not be today.
No, not be today. Not be today.
I don't say.
Not be today. It's in their blood.
Viewers, it's been wonderful, wonderful. A wonderful edition of Music and the Maker on the SQ Reality TV. We've been talking to a great woman indeed. The wife of our late father, the great ambassador Osayomore Joseph, the music icon. And of course, the great mother of J2, Osayomore Joseph. It's not easy to be the wife of a megastar and the mother of a superstar who will soon become a megastar. Mama, it's been nice having you on the program.
Thank you.
Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and also don't forget to share. Let's let the message goes on. Let everybody hear it. Let everybody know it. Because before air become foul, not be small thing. It's nice talking to you guys. Mama, what's it?
Yeah.
Off work.